For more, I'm now joined by the executive director of the Middle East Forum, Gregg Roman. So, Greg, you say that this ceasefire is a strategic setback for Israel. Why strategic?
So by halting its military offensive right on the cusp of being able to defeat Hamas, not just as a military entity, but removing their political control from Gaza, we've seen the results of this being a failure for Israel over the last 24 hours. Over 7,000 Hamas militants have now deployed to the areas of Gaza that Israel withdrew from. We see Hamas now hunting down alleged collaborators and militias that were fighting against it over the last 2 years. And we also see largely that if Israel loses control on the security situation in Gaza, Hamas, just as they have over the last day, will be able to reconstitute and still pose a threat to the Jewish state.
Do you think Hamas has any intention of disarming?
I don't. And it's very apparent from their statements to Al Jazeera, Al Hadath, to other Arab news outlets over the last 72 hours since this really came to be, that they have every intent on controlling Gaza, not just today, but for the remainder of the time that they're able to be there for reconstruction, maybe as a side military force. But when everything is reconstructed, we'll be back to October 6th, 2023.
So if they're not going anywhere, what does this mean for the future of Gaza?
Well, right now you have the imprint and you have the commitment by Arab states, as your reporters laid out quite well, to rebuild Gaza as an entity. But this is not the first time Gaza has been rebuilt. We've had other situations with Operation Cast Lead in 2009, Operation Protective Edge in 2014, and 3 other Israeli operations, which were because of this tit for tat. October 7th was the worst of them by far, with the sheer destruction of Palestinian homes and infrastructure. But the money will come in, they'll rebuild, and if Hamas is still there, it'll pose a threat to Israel.
Gregg Roman, thank you for your time.